you today? I hope you're all in the best condition right now. Wow, what a nice weather we have today. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Johanna Francisca Larasayu Lestari, and I'm from English Department 1 of Slamet Riyadi University. So today we are in the lobby of Slamet Riyadi University, and today is a big day for us, especially from English Department 1 and specifically for English for Guiding lecture, because today we are going to Sangiran Museum! Yay! So now I want you to join us and come to Sangiran Museum. Go, go! Okay, so for today's occasion, we have a special car here. It is called Batik Solo Trans, and it is a feeder that basically is a traditional transportation here, and it can transport people with, of course, a small amount of people to limited area in that area. So, for example, here is Batik Solo Trans, and Batik Solo Trans only operated on the area of Solo. And today we are going to choose Batik Solo Trans. Yay! Okay guys, now we are on the way to go to Sangiran Museum, and here we are in the feeder. So feeder is local transportation, just like what I've said before. And for you guys who are not from Indonesia, I recommend you to try it at least once. Because why? The feeder is a very special transportation, and it is a very local transportation. And the reason why I recommend you to try this, because first, it is very cheap and always ready to go everywhere, and you can find it in every corner of the city, especially in the Solo city. And then the second is, look at the position of the seat. So the location of the position of the seat here is next to each other, like face to face. So now I sit next to you here, and it is very unique, right? Like not a lot of transportation have this kind of position. Okay, so now I recommend you to try this feeder at least once. So we have arrived in Sangiran Museum! For you who want to visit Sangiran Museum, the ticket for one person is only 8,000 rupiah. The museum divided into 3 rooms. The first room is about how Sangiran ground is formed and about Sangiran 17. The second and third room is about every period of Earth and its creature from time to time, and it also about variety of archaic humans and their way of life. We will explain some of them with our educator from Sangiran Museum. For you who want to know more in detail, you can use tour guide or educator that's available on Sangiran Museum. Now, let's start with the first room. In the first room, we have variety of animals that can be found in early Sangiran. For water species, we can find a lot of mollusca and ancient crocodile. Mollusca is soft-bodied animal like snail and shell. They are divided into 3, that is sea mollusca, brackish-water mollusca, and land mollusca. They have variety of size and shape, just like the crocodile. But, surprisingly, the ancient crocodile have similar body with the crocodile we see nowadays. The difference that's significant is only the size of their body. Besides water species, we also can find ancient elephants, turtle, buffalo, bull, deer, and many more. Okay guys, now here is Laut Purba Sangiran or very historic Sea of Sangiran. Now here I am with Mr. Mujib, and yeah, so in the end of Pleasant epoch 2.4 years ago, Sangiran was covered in ocean like here, and then here is a lot of fossil. And I want to ask you, Mr. This is the real size of the fossil? Ini yang asli seperti ini
Yes, this
ukurannya?
is a real fossil of mollusca.
Wow,
The
yes.
name is Tridacna gigas.
Oh, okay, Tridacna gigas. Okay, so the mollusca here we have three kind of mollusca in Sangiran. First is mollusca sea mollusca, and then mollusca payau or brachis mollusca, and then the land mollusca atau mollusca darat. And here is a lot of variety of mollusca here, and I think I want to ask about how Sangiran first is ocean and then now it is a land.
Okay.
How it is become like this?
Okay. At the past 2.4 million years ago, Sangiran was a sea
Yes.
and changed into swamp
First,
and
then
environment because there are geological and volcanism activity.
yes. Oh, because of the volcanic activity here.
Yes.
So okay. I think that's all for mollusca, and then we move to the swamp. Okay. So here we have the predator that in nowadays we call it crocodile. So here it is the size of the head of the crocodile, and it is super big. Yeah. And how long is up to the size of the crocodile in the past time?
I think the fossil of crocodile is 1.8 million years ago.
Yes.
And this fossil indicates Sangiran was in swamp environment.
Environment.
And in Sangiran we know there are two fossil crocodiles, Crocodilus first and
Yes.
Gavialis
Oh,
the
yeah.
second.
And how big is the crocodile? Is it super big or maybe?
I think this crocodile can 6 until 7 meters.
7 meter. Oh,
Yeah.
that's super long, yeah. Well, I think that's all for sea and swamp predator. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rizky Ramadhani. I chose Sangiran 17 as the material because this is so famous and the masterpiece of Sangiran Museum, even in Southeast Asia. Also, I got some interview with Miss Dian as an educator, and here is the explanation about Sangiran 17. Hello, my name is Rizky Ramadhani, and today I'm going to do an interview with Miss Dian. Miss Dian, how can I address to you?
Hello, good morning everyone. You can address me Dian, and I'm working at Sangiran Conservation Office.
Okay, we're gonna start with the first question. The first question is, why was it named as Sangiran 17?
Okay, we called as Sangiran 17 following the number of discovery sequence at Sangiran Research.
And for the next question is, where was it found, Miss Dian?
Okay, Sangiran 17 were found at Puchung Village by Towi Dikromo and Tukimin.
Okay, Miss Dian, can you explain further about the Sangiran 17?
Okay, Sangiran 17 physical appearance look like just like Homo erectus. They have a flat forehead, they have a square eye orbit, white lumpy cheeks and prognathous mouth and lower stretched skull. Based on his morphology, the skull, which filled with heavy and distinct superstructure with the developed muscle insertion, is identified to belong to an adult man. And he probably lived at a time when Sangiran was dominated by broad rivers about 700,000 years ago. Sangiran fossil scap from the fluvial volcanic sediment of Puchong is one of the Sangiran's Homo erectus masterpiece. So far, this is the best of Sangiran because it consists of the skull cap, lower skull, and a well-conserved face. This fossil is the only Homo erectus fossil in Asia whose face was found in a good condition. The facial aspect of Sangiran's Homo erectus can only be observed through Sangiran 17. Thus, it is certain that the fossil has a significant value in the reconstruction of actual Homo erectus face. In the broader context, Sangiran 17 is one of two Homo erectus in the world, which found completely with its face, one from Sangiran and the other from Africa.
Okay guys, based on the interview, I got a conclusion that Sangiran 17 is the complete skull fossil that found in Puchong Hills by villagers that is Tukimin and Tuwikromo. And Sangiran 17 was found with a complete skull and face, like almost complete face. That is it's named as a masterpiece in Southeast Asia Museum. And Sangiran 17 named as 17 based on the serial number of the finding, and which means the fossil was found in 70th century. Okay guys, that's all about the explanation of Sangiran 17. And if you guys want to know more about Sangiran Museum, keep on watching.
Okay, previously you had heard about Homo erectus from Silestari. Okay, now I will explain to you about Paleolithicum era. So the Paleolithic Age, also known as the Old Stone Age, is a civilization that occurred before the Metal Age and still used tools made of rock, unsharpened stone, and were simple. It is estimated that this era lasted 600,000 years ago. Okay, here I have some interview with Miss Pipit. Now she will explain to us about the characteristic of Paleolithicum era.
Okay, so what is the characteristic of Paleolithicum era?
Well, actually, Paleolithicum era is one of the most oldest culture in Indonesia. So they were carried not only by Homo erectus but also from Homo sapiens, and they were producing simple tools such as chopper and chopper tools, and also flat tools like this, and also balls like this, the bola batu we can see over there. And they were using the tools to foraging and also to looking for food and hunt their animals, something like that.
Okay, and then so who carried the culture and producing the tools in Indonesia?
One of the most famous examples, of course, Homo erectus in Sangiran. So they were found in the excavation context with the chopper tools from the lithic or the stones, and the scientists or researchers suggest that they were using this kind of tools to survive, not only for looking for food but also for any other type of activities such as producing tools, something like that.
Okay, so Udah? Okay, I think that's all for me for Paleolithic era. Next presenter will be explained by Selegi Nevin. The material will be explained is Mesolithicum era.
Alright, previously you have heard about Paleolithicum era, and now I will explain about Mesolithicum era. Alright, in here we are talking about Mesolithicum era, like Sampung culture, Toala culture, and general description about Mesolithicum era. There are some relics of Mesolithicum era like flag tools and stone of Mesolithicum era. In Mesolithicum era, animal bones were used for flag tools and sewing clothes. In Mesolithic era, the human who are already dead will be buried, so the Mesolithic era already considered that someone who died had to be given special treatment. Alright, I'm gonna interview with Miss Pipit. Miss Pipit, can you explain about Mesolithicum era?
Okay, Mesolithicum era actually some type of classification about the culture that were producing by the human who lived during, I think it's like 10,000 years ago. They were living in the after glacial period in Indonesia, and they were producing tools which is more advanced than the Paleolithic era. They were not only using lithics as the resource of the materials, but also bone and maybe horn, something like that, to produce more advanced tools to hunt, to foraging.
Where we can find Mesolithicum era?
In Indonesia, one of the most famous example of the Mesolithic sites is in Sulawesi. It was in the cave system in Toala, so they call it Toalean culture. There we can find a lot of microliths type of tools, like the very small lithic tools, such as flag tools or many things. Not only tools from the stone tools, but also a needle from bone, which they use to producing clothes for them. And the human who lives there is the Homo sapiens.
Alright, that's all my interview with Miss Pipit.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Srestari. Today I'm going to interview with Miss Dian.
Hi everyone, good morning.
How can I talk to you?
Okay, you can call me Dian and I am working at Sangiran Conservation Office.
Okay, for the first question, can you explain about the discovery of Homo erectus in Indonesia?
Okay, based on the theory out of Africa, Homo erectus become the first early man who migrates out of Africa and distributes to Europe and East Asia, including Indonesia. And the first Homo erectus in Indonesia was found by Eugene Dubois, 1891 in Trinil, East Java. Then von Koningsveld came to Sangiran and conducted research at Ngebung Hills in 1934. He was found stone tools, we called Sangiran Flake Industry, and in 1936 he found the skull cap of Homo erectus. Okay, when we talk about the Homo erectus itself have three types, such as archaic, typic, and progressive, based on the morphology of brain capacity.
Okay, for the interview, we can conclude about Homo erectus is the first early man who migrated out of Africa and distributed to Europe and East Asia, including Indonesia. The first Homo erectus fossil found by Abu Dubois, 1891 in Borneo, East Java. And then, at the time, Homo erectus was the most primitive and small primate of all known early human species. And then the Homo erectus have three types, such as the archaic, typical, and progressive evolution. Okay, thank you, Miss Dian, for sharing us about Homo erectus.
Yes, you're welcome anytime, and I'm very happy can share everything with you about the Homo erectus.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much for Sri Lestari explanation. That's very clear. So let's move on to the next place, which is talk about how ancient people got their food. So this is very interesting. Maybe some of you didn't know how ancient people get their food, and maybe some of you already know about it. Okay, so first of all, I want to inform you guys that ancient people live in nomadical system. That system can help them to survive. Why we call it survive? Because they can move to another place if the first place there is no food left for them. Okay, they can survive by food. This is very interesting because ancient people live in a small group, consists of 10 until 15 humans in it. And they divided the task for the men and also the women. Okay, the first one, the men. The men task in a group, so all of you maybe already know. The men must search food by hunting. You can see here. Okay, so the people here hunt food by work in group and use several kinds of tool here. There is bowstone and another tools. And the second is the woman task. Okay, the woman task, maybe all of you think that woman in a group only raise a child, but not only that, the woman will search food too. So what's the difference with the man? The food is different. So the woman search like fruits, leaves, and also snail. And the last, after they get food, they will sharing it and eat it together. And that activity can help them to bond by group. So I'm here with Sir Mujid, and he is the one that can help you to get more information in this place. So, Mister, in this display, I want, in my opinion, the way ancient people and people right now do the same thing to hunt, like they work in group. That's my opinion. How about your opinion, sir? Is that the same with me or different?
Okay, about this display, we talk about Homo erectus, hunting animal.
Yes.
Now, in this display, we know Homo erectus were a good and skillful group hunter.
Yeah.
So they hunting animal, large animal in group, in order to protect them from savage predator.
Oh, right. That's right. Can you tell to us the difference with ancient people and people right now by hunting the food?
The difference we can see from the tools.
All right, that's right. The tool here is really traditional, and
Yes.
for the people right now, it's quite modern, right?
Yes, I think.
So there is a difference, and also the similarity with the way ancient people and modern people hunt the food. Okay, I think that was all for me in this place. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And we move to another place. Thank you so much.
Okay, so now we are going to the next spot. It's about the Wajak Man. So, who is Wajak Man? At first, the Wajak Man was thought to be a descendant of Homo erectus in Asia, who evolved into Homo sapiens and became the fortuner of the Australot people, who are thought to have lived around 40,000 until 50,000 years ago. And recent research show that they live about 11,000 years ago, so they are considered not to be descendant of the human erectus in Asia. But to represent the modern wave of the Homo sapiens migration. And now we are going to know more about the Wajak Man with the Mr. Mujib.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, Mister, I have a lot of questions about Wajak Man. Where is the first place found Wajak Man?
First fossil of Wajak Man were found in Wajak,
Yes.
a marble quarry near Tulung Agung in East Java.
Okay. So the place that first found Wajak Man is in Tulung Agung.
Yes.
And is it correct around 40,000 years ago?
In recent research, the age of Wajak Man is about 11,000 years ago.
Okay. So here it shows that Wajak Man is not in Homo erectus, but he is in
Belong to Homo sapiens.
belong to Homo sapiens.
Yes.
Okay. And then here there is
School of
School of
Wajak
Wajak Man. Is
Yeah.
it the real or not?
No, it's just a replica from the first fossil of Wajak Man were found in Tulung Agung.
Okay. So the real fossil is not found, or is it has broken or something?
No, the fossil was kept in Netherlands.
Oh.
Netherlands. Yes, because
okay.
the fossil of Wajak Man was discovered by von Riskotten from Netherlands and Eugene Dubois from Netherlands. So they brought to their country.
Oh, okay. So the real fossil now is in Netherlands.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it is just the replica.
Replica.
Okay. I think that's all. Thank you, Mr. Mujib. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. That's all of about Wajak Man. See you on the next spot. Bye bye.
Previously, you have learned and heard about Wajak Man with Dani Damayati. That was interesting, right? Here I am Adlia Putri. I will show you and give you some information about Homo floresiensis. Okay, Miss Pipit, I want to ask you about the morphological features of the Homo floresiensis.
So as you can see here, that Homo floresiensis has short type like height. It's smaller than modern human. It's approximately like 100 centimeter maybe, and it has around 25 kilograms of weight. But the slower doesn't have it has advanced brain capacity, because although they have a smaller volume brain capacity than modern humans, the scientists suggest that they were smart, like they can produce tools and also can survive in the in soil condition that make the body much more smaller than the modern human life. And this is one of the most excellent example of the Homo floresiensis baby.
So, what's the name of this statue?
Oh, according to the scientists, they give the name of this individual as Mama Flo because it was a female Homo floresiensis.
Homo floresiensis is a short individual with only 106 cm height. You can see what Homo floresiensis is like by looking at that statue. The skull of the Homo floresiensis is quite long but low, and also small, with 380 cc cranial capacity, far smaller compared to Homo erectus and Homo sapiens. It is even smaller than chimpanzee cranial capacity, which is 450 cc. If we want to know the detailed information about the Homo floresiensis, this is the tool that we can use. All we have to do is press it using our nails according to the instruction written on this tool. Then, we just need to choose which information we want to know. In this tool, we can also choose the language we want to use by pressing the flag image located at the top, so we can understand the explanation well. Okay, I think that's all about Homo floresiensis in this Sangiran Museum. Now it is time we go back to Johanna Francisca Larasayu Lestari.
Okay guys, I think that's all for today. And please come and visit this Sangiran Museum if you want to know more about Sangiran Museum. And don't forget to leave, like, and then comment down below. And see you in the next location. Bye.